It won't be the traditional Halloween evening, but in the city of Cornwall at least, it'll still be a great evening thanks to the Optimist Club of Cornwall and their partners. Joining me now from the Optimist Club of Cornwall to talk about Trunk or Treat are Terry Muir and Lynn Chauvin. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Pleasure.
All right, so we know that in our area it's being discouraged from traditional trick-or-treating, but the Optimist Club has a really cool night, cool idea in the works. So let's talk a little bit about the genesis of that idea.
Absolutely. Basically, another member and I were on a meeting together, and we overheard them talking about different events that happened with Optimist clubs around the world, and we said, why not here? And so we adapted it a bit and adjusted it to how we think it'll fit Cornwall a little bit better. And lo and behold, we put a team together to make it happen.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the night and how it's going to work.
We're going to have a drive-through Halloween, so people will drive through and there are going to be booths and trunks and all lit up and decorated, and the kids will be able to collect their candy, and it'll be a nice, scary, fun evening, very safe for everyone involved.
All right, and you mentioned that word safe. Let's talk a little bit about that. Obviously, there's a lot of work on your part to make sure that it's safe for everybody.
Absolutely. We've worked in conjunction with the health unit and showed them, what we had planned to do and everything else to get them on board for it. And as such, we'll be watching all protocol or following all protocols that are required by distancing the booths and masking up, and which is rather easy to do on Halloween. And by following the protocols to sanitize everything, and most of us will have our stuff pre-bagged, and they'll be all packaged products. So, the risk of contamination will be less, and hopefully we'll be handing them out, using grabbers or trays or whatever makes it safe.
Absolutely, and when this idea first came along, I know you had discussions with us here at Your TV, and Kojiko will be having a booth there as well, but it's really expanded over the last couple of weeks. And Terry, you always talk about the generosity of the community, but are you surprised how quickly people came on board?
No, not in Cornwall. We're over 35 booths as it is now, which I got to tell you is a lot of treats. And Kojiko, Your TV was one of the first ones to jump on board after discussions, and it's flowering quite well. But this community never surprises me, because every time there's a need, this community steps up. I think we're well known for that.
We've been fortunate. We've had individuals donate candies and bags and just drop them off at the Optimist. It's an amazing community for generosity.
Absolutely, and it sounds like there'll be a great variety as well, both in terms of candy and of course the businesses that are taking part. And of course we can't name all 35, but talk to me about some of the partners that are participating. Well,
we have Your TV, obviously, which I've seen some of the treats. It looks pretty good. And we have Boom 1019 and Fresh 1045 involved. We have several retail outlets that are involved, like Freshco and that, and we've got some big businesses, and we have a lot of individuals that have decided that there's some of them that wanted to give out, but they're not going to be opening their doors, so they still want to have the ability. And as Lynn was saying, there's been so many people step up, with somebody like showing up with 400 pre-packaged bags to give us because their family decided that they're not doing Halloween, so this way they still give back to the community. So it's, as you say, it's a long list, and we're just grateful to have everybody on board.
We're even fortunate to have small business take part. The Happy Popcorn Company, Very Sweet, just to name a few. So I think it's going to be a great Halloween alternative.
Absolutely, and I'm sure it's going to be set up rather spooky as well, probably, right?
Absolutely. It's going to be fun.
All right, so Terry, obviously this really fits into the Optimist Club's mandate of anything to do with children. Yeah. Talk to me about how that all ties in and the importance of we can already imagine the smiles on the kids' faces when they show up on Halloween.
Well, I think a lot of it comes from 2020 has been full of disappointments for kids and whatnot, and in a normal year, we try to do things to put smiles on kids' faces, and something as simple as Halloween. It would be a shame to see it impacted by what's going on. but at the same time we have to remain safe and everything else. So if we can do it in a way that keeps everybody safe, brings the community together, and gives an alternative to people going out and knocking door to door, and you know, we're more than happy to step up. And it just the idea of having these kids being able to show up dressed up, hopefully in their costumes, and pull up in the safety of the family vehicle and just trick or treat out the window instead of walking up to a door. If it rains, we'll be the only ones getting wet.
Well, it's certainly wonderful that the Optimist Club has stepped up, and of course the city alongside you. So just remind our viewers before we end, obviously we know when it's taking place, Halloween, but what time it's taking place and where it's taking place.
It's taking place at the Cornwall Civic Complex in the parking lot at 4:30 it starts. 4:30 to approximately 8:30.
Excellent. Well, I know the community will come out in droves to take part in this, just as they've come out to support it. And on that note, I want to thank you both for joining me today and for all your hard work, as well as the whole team at the Optimist Club for putting this on.
Thank you. Our pleasure.
Happy Halloween.